I was sitting alone in a quiet cafe, stirring cold coffee and watching rain trace lines down the window, when a man I'd never seen before took the empty chair across from me. He looked ordinary plain coat, tired eyes, forgettable face, the kind of person you wouldn't notice twice. He leaned in slightly and said, "I know your future." I almost laughed. People joke like that all the time. Fortune tellers, scammers, attention seekers, but there was something calm in his voice that made me pause. "Tomorrow," he continued, "you'll meet the love of your life. She have red hair. You'll fall fast. You'll marry her, and one day you'll have twins." I smiled politely, thinking he was either joking or crazy. Before I could respond, he stood up, nodded once, and walked out. No drama, no explanation, just gone. The next day at a bookstore cafe, I met a redhead. We started talking over a shared table. The conversation felt effortless, familiar, natural. By the end of the week, we were inseparable. A year later, we were married. Life felt unreal in the best way. Then one afternoon, we sat in a doctor's office holding hands as the doctor smiled and said, "You're having twins." My mind went straight back to that cafe. The stranger, the words, the impossible accuracy. Years passed. I never saw him again. No trace, no explanation. Until one night, laughing over old stories, I told my wife about the mysterious man from the cafe. She went quiet. Then she smiled and said, "I think I owe you a confession." Turns out, my wife is a master of disguise. Theater background, makeup skills, voice control, accents, masks, the whole thing. She loves long-term pranks, psychological ones, the kind that take years to land. She had seen me in that cafe weeks before we met, planned it, studied me, created a character, approached me as a stranger, planted a future in my mind, and then coincidentally met me the next day. Everything I thought was fate was a perfectly designed illusion. But here's the real twist. Even knowing it was a prank, even knowing it was planned, even knowing the prophecy was fake, the love was real, the marriage was real, the twins were real, the life was real, and somehow that makes the story even better.